Hello everyone, Cheek here with another Transformers review, and today I will be reviewing Transformers Studio Series Rise of the Beast Leader Class Optimus Primal. And my, does he look amazing! I love the backdrop, which is why I saved it. Had to disassemble it a little bit, but it looks amazing. Love it, love it, love it. He's currently utilizing pretty much all of his accessories except for the trans warp key, which as you can see is in two pieces like it was in the movie. And focus on there. It can be split into two pieces. And it does like to stay together pretty well, but as you can see it's just a simple peg. It'd be cool if they did magnets, that would have been interesting, but a lot more expensive. Anyway, as you can see, there is this connector between the two blades. Pretty much standard to what he had in the original Beast Wars cartoon. The head sculpt is very reminiscent, or at least pays an homage to the Beast Wars cartoon, but still new in its own right. I love the faux faceplate, or part of it, that's not when it's not fully activated. And then the eyes are green. Love all that lovely detail right there. There is no light piping. There is a Maximal emblem right there. It's a little hard to see because it's on a silver part rather than black, so it's harder to see clearly. Love all this detail for the robot mode chest. Then there's the cross plate right there. So much detail on this guy. Absolutely love it. And then there's the faux fur right there. You can see the gorilla feet back there. And then his hiney is probably the least impressive thing, because there is a couple big obvious screw holes. And then there is his battle axe, which goes on his hip right there. Same for his ape mode, or not ape, gorilla mode, which I guess is a form of ape. But yeah, that's about it for his accessories. So let's go ahead and take those out. One more thing you can do with his swords is they can plug together. Now, you could have it like this, but I think it's cooler like that, because if he's spinning it, it will be one blade and then that blade hitting if he's spinning it clockwise or something like that. And then you can do something like that. So that's pretty cool. I just love the versatility of his accessories. He is just above Voyager class size, but he is a leader class price point, partly because of his accessories, but honestly he's worth the price. I did recently check how much he is on Amazon, because I got him, I ordered him just before the start of deployment, had him shipped directly to the ship, and he was just standard retail. I looked recently and I think he's closer to like 100 or something like that, outrageous like that. Now for articulation, the head is on a road ball joint, can go wibbly wobbly, can rotate just a little bit, collar gets in the way. Arms go around, they got that far, shoulder pad, bicep rotation about 90 degree bend, elbow goes backwards, wrist rotation, hand can open up a bit, and then waist rotation. You can pretty much do more than little splits for that far back, that far. Thigh rotation, bend at the knee, and ankle tiltage. Which is pretty nice. And I am not 1% certain, but I think if you look very closely, it is a pin. The ankle pivot is pinned in place, so it's not going to just pop off. If it does pop off, you've broken it at that point. And then you can kind of make him hold the trans warp key. Although it is a little finicky and probably apt to fall out of his hands, but you can do that. But I mean, I guess as long as he's not actively having to, like, as long as you're not shaking him, you can definitely hold it. Even with that little bit of shaking, he still stayed input. It'd be nice if there's a place that you could store it in his robot or gorilla mode, but that's not possible, unfortunately. I will say the transwarp key does remind me a lot of the Revenge of the Fallen Matrix of Leadership. For a comparison, let's bring in Rhinox, who is about the size of him, height-wise at least, but he's more top-heavy than Primal is. And then Cheetor, who is also Voyager, but slightly shorter and slightly, because he's a feline, more feline rather than big hulking gorilla or big hulking rhino. But yeah, that's it for that. If you have seen the Kingdom version of Optimus Primal, or have him, or have had any dealings with him, he does not transform exactly the same way. I'm sure there's some similarities and differences, but it is different enough because I do believe they did a retooled version of that one to make the initial release they did for Rise of the Beast, Optimus Primal, and it doesn't look that... It looks odd because it's like trying to look like the live action, but it has the physical body of the Kingdom version with some slight retooling. Okay, enough about that. Now we have a ground-pounding big gorilla. And for comparison, let's bring in Cheetor and Rhinox. So here's Cheetor and Rhinox. And see how they look together. I think they look pretty cool together. I don't have Air Razor yet. Hopefully I'll get her at some point. But yeah, pretty much got the main cast of the Maximals together. Just need Air Razor. So that's it for that. Now for storage in Gorilla Mode, there is storage for the weapons because, you know, obligatory storage. On his back, you can peg in the swords like so, just like that. And then the axe can go in the same place it would on robot mode. Just plugs in on the hip like that. And that's pretty much it for the weapons. And of course the chain you can have on his back as well. It just, that little peg goes into one of these holes and then you can just stick it on there. I will say though, it is finicky to even get it on there to where it looks at all halfway decent. It's just you kind of bend it until it kind of sits on his back, but it just looks really stupid in my honest opinion. As far as the other weapons, I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, it seems feasible that a mechanical gorilla would have weapons on the back. Articulation, of course, is very similar to robot mode. Just have the same articulation right here, just a bit less, honestly. It's pretty much similar to robot mode, just a little bit less so because of, you know, animals always seem to be a little bit finicky with articulation. It's just mostly animal statues. Anyway, the mouth can open up, although it's on a really weird hinge, so it just looks really, really unnerving unless you just have it open just a little bit like that. Other than that, it should probably just be closed most of the time. But I do love all that detail on the gorilla head, and then the little green pupils, Maximal emblem, just the gorilla chest, like everything just looks so awesome. Like as far as Optimus Primal goes, I wouldn't say this is necessarily my favorite rendition of him, but I'd say that this is probably the best they could do for live action, and it looks amazing. Honestly, probably one of my favorites. I don't know if it's my favorite version, just character-wise, but toy-wise, it's up there. It's really cool. So that's about it for Transformers Rise of the Beast Studio Series Optimus Primal. If you like this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. Until next time, have a good one, everyone.